open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and other farm animals, this is Arinia, and welcome to episode 25 of Kerbal Space Chronicles. That's right, we've reached the 25th episode, and it's only fitting that this is the first one in which we're going to be working on crew. So what I've done is, go away KI, I've pulled up the astronaut complex, and I really wish it would give me the option to make random statistics. Why is my cost 220,000? I thought I set that to half that. Do I have a strategy conflicting? That's weird. Well, I guess we'll hire astronauts as we go. I'll have to see what's causing that, but either way, we'll hire astronauts later. But I've been wanting to build a crew mission. We've been doing lots and lots of probes because, well, probes get us science, and science gets us better parts, and better parts get us closer to landing crew, but we haven't actually had any crew yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop into the Space Center here, and yes, it does take a little while to load, but we're going to pop into the Space Center and we're going to build ourselves a crew vehicle just as soon as it decides to load for me. So what we're going to be doing, because we don't have the 3-man capsules yet, or at least I don't think we have any 3-man capsules yet, we are going to be building something akin to Project Gemini. And yes, it is actually pronounced Gemini. I know the actual constellation or zodiacal sign is pronounced Gemini, but in terms of NASA's 2-man space missions, it was actually Gemini. But that is a story for another time. Yeah, no, I do not actually have a 3-person... Well, no, wait, yes I do. I have the Odin. Huh. I also have these Soyuz-looking things. Triple box. But either way, we're going to go with something more Gemini-y. Oh, well, we can put 3 crew on there, but still. We're going to start with that, simply because I want to see if I can actually make it work. Okay, I think the next piece of it is the parachute. Because that goes on top. No. I think the control system goes in between. Yes? No? Meant to be used during... Yeah, okay. That looks better, question mark. Okay, now what we need is the dock... That's the wrong docking port. There's the one we need. Docking port, and since we're... Well, we probably won't be using it on this mission, because I don't feel like building another spacecraft to send up to it. That would also take time and money, but we need to get our first crewed mission off the ground. Need the heat shield. Put that in there. Alright, and then what we do now is we have a service module. Which I've gone entirely too far to find. Okay, that's the one. Okay, now that actually looks like the Gemini capsule. Pretty much, it's got the same basic style. Where did my flag? It normally has the flag on it. Oh well. I thought somewhere on this would have my flag. Weird. Alright, coupling. So the way you attach this to the body of the rocket is pretty straightforward. Modular station segment docking mechanism. That works. Okay, where... Blessed mercy. I love it when I can't find... There we go. Low profile decoupler. That's what I needed. Alright. Now we need a rocket to heft this whole thing into orbit. And what we've normally been using is a lot of Prometheus rockets, because those are essentially the titans of this particular universe. But let's see if that even has enough momentum to do it. Where is the fuel tank for the Prometheus 4's second stage? There it is. Okay. Now, I don't normally show this because it is pretty mundane compared to what I normally do, but I figure you guys could use a bit of a look behind the scenes at what I do between episodes. Oh yeah, that should be plenty powerful. Just the Prometheus going up. Whoa, that looks funky. I'm not sure what that is, but make sure we use the right paint job. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now we need to put the rest of the, combine with the Prometheus 3 upper fuel tank, which is that one. And then this one goes on bottom. I want it in Titan 4 style. Might as well make this thing look consistent. Okay, and then the engine on the bottom, which is that one, I think. Yeah, and that actually should be plenty to get us into orbit and then some. Now, the question is, because I'm pretty sure this thing has a fuel cell built in, do I need it? Excuse me. I'm evidently not ready to engage my voice. Liquid hydrogen? This thing has liquid hydrogen? Now I am confused. Oh, that's right. The fuel cell is on this thing, is on the service module. Which means if we look up here, more specifically, yeah, oxygen and hydrogen into electric charge and water. It comes with some monopropellant, though we might as well load it up. And load that up too. That is way off the ground. And it doesn't want to click and go down. Do it. Thank you. Not into the ground. Jeezums. Alrighty. And just throw umbilical towers around it, because why not? Alright, that looks like what we need, and this is going to be Project Des Moines. It's going to be our first crewed vehicle. Looks like it's going to take about 2 weeks to build and roll out, so I will see you on the launch pad. Alright, and we are back on the launch pad. Now, you might notice that my display suddenly looks like garbage, but that's not actually garbage. That is actually going to be some helpful stuff. First things first, I'm going to enable the umbilical towers so we quit losing electricity for the moment. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kerbal Engineer. Yes, I have a lot of information here, but that's because I'm using Kerbal Engineer, or more specifically, Kerbal Engineer Redo. Now we can finally move on, at least for crewed vessels, from using the Void HUDs, because Kerbal Engineer has everything from the Void HUDs and more. And for my personal tastes, it's actually laid out. I know there's a lot of numbers here, but most of them we don't really have to care about. So, we are going to go ahead and send Project Des Moines on its way. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1, ignition. And then we release the clamps, and away we go. I also just realized I forgot to put science experiments in the command pod. Oh well, we'll get to that at another juncture. Oh wow, I already have reports I can do. Well, go ahead and keep that data, and we'll actually transmit that data. It transmits through the command pod, so we're going to have to be careful with how much we use that, because that does deplete a fair chunk of power. Okay, that could go away. Now we are in launch, and we're going to go ahead and kick it into 2 times physical time acceleration, same as we usually do. Just because I want to see how this vehicle performs. I've, for some strange reason, not had particularly good experiences in this save with just straight body vehicles. And we're going to see if that changes particularly much here as we continue on our way up. Just passing through 10,000 meters. Steadily trimming over. What's our TWR right now? Heading toward 3. Okay, I think we are going to go ahead and throttle back down to about 50% here. And that'll probably be the high altitude crew report, which we'll go ahead and take. I'm not suicidal enough to try and take an EVA report at this stage, because we'd lose one or both of the crew. What's our apoaps right now? It is 50,000 meters. Alrighty, we're just passing through 45,000. Once we pass through 50,000, I'm going to go ahead and gun the engine for the rest of the burn here. There's 50,000. Go at throttle up. Just get a pop shot. That gets us up to about 65. Alright, dump the first stage. There goes the second. Now, we're going to start losing time to apoaps, and it looks like we're going to start losing it pretty aggressively here. But if it gets down around 10 or 15 seconds, I will definitely pitch the vehicle up. We have to get to at least 110,000 meters to clear the atmosphere. Also, I don't know why I have that there anymore, so we're going to go ahead and take that out. Okay. Now that's gone out of our way. And looky there, we've actually already flipped around our apoaps curve. We're now moving, or rather apoaps is moving away from us along our orbit. Ready to say we're moving toward apoaps, but it's moving away from us faster than we're moving toward it. So the time to apoaps is increasing, which is always good news. Now we're through 80,000, so I think we can safely pitch over and just start picking up speed all the way into orbit. In fact, we're going to go to the horizon. No, I am going to go to 5 degrees pitch. Just until we reach 110,000 in... 110,000 meters for the apoaps, because that'll mean we clear the atmosphere, and we're actually coming up on that really quickly. 110,000. And we're going to go ahead and throttle down. Engine's still coming to a stop. Looks like our final apoaps will probably be something about 132,000 meters. I didn't even realize I went out of time acceleration there. Huh. We're just going to go ahead and use 10 times physical time acceleration to get us into get us into position here, at least get us out of the atmosphere, and yeah, we were just about right. Why am I losing apoapsis height? What the hell is this? I've cleared the atmosphere, and now I am confused. Am I getting a phantom acceleration someplace? Yeah, no, acceleration is 0. What the hell's this? Huh. Well, that's an interesting bug, but either way, let's go ahead and take a crew report, and we're going to transmit that data. I need the fuel cell, please. Start the fuel cell. Wow, that is a very slow fuel cell. Alright, we're going to go ahead and decouple. Bang! That goes away. Now, you guys have seen me go into orbit 1,000 times, so I have no hesitation in clicking on the maneuver planner and pointing us at the node. Alright. 111. That leaves us 389 in this, or we have 389 in this stage and whatever we've got in this one. But we've got 111 meter per second burn. That actually is not a very heavy burn, so we should be good. That's in a little over 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and time accelerate. Just tap it in right there. This is one time I actually wish I did have the Void HUD, because it has a little bit better... Oh, do I have a Kerbal Engineer maneuver HUD set up? No. Maneuver. I have a maneuver screen. Okay, well, yeah, that actually works. So yeah, Kerbal Engineer can do everything that Void can do, and it can do more. At least in this particular respect. We will still use Void for other things, but... Alrighty, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. That always bugs me. And since I forgot to put the translation thrusters on this, I forgot that these engines have graduated power response on them. And I thought I switched that off, but I mean, it's more realistic that way, so. We'll just use minimal thrust, 3, 2. And we go a little ways out the other side. But 132 by 130 is not particularly terrible. So I think we're going to go ahead and go with that. And we can get the maneuver HUD out of our way, and we are in orbit. And the last thing we are going to do before this slightly long episode ends is, for one thing, go prograde. Turn the lights on. We'll go ahead and hibernate the capsule to go ahead and save a little bit of power, although that will not kill the crew, because of course they use their own independent life support. And I am getting burbly messages, because it wants me to do EVAs. Well, Bill, go EVA. EVA report. Oh god, I just noticed there's a button I can use to remove the helmet. That would not be a good idea in this particular situation. Yeah, Bill, we're going to have you leave the helmet on, thank you very much. But it is time to go ahead and wrap things up, everyone. So thanks so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for the outro. Hey everyone, Arinia here. Thanks so much for watching this latest video out of my channel, and thanks so much to these patrons who, among others, are helping make this content possible by donating at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell us what we need to do better. If you liked it, still leave a comment. I'm always open to input. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on the Discord community, link in the description. If you want to support the channel, and I really hope you do, please, down in the description is a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can donate to for a one-time donation, or the Patreon page, which you can head on to donate monthly and get perks. In the meantime, this is Irenaeus saying once again, thanks for watching.